Good morning. Welcome to Hack Shack Studios. RT Bear here. Yes, I hope everyone's doing well. Hope this is the end of the week, so I hope everyone's week went well. Looking forward to the weekend. I do take days off now on the weekend. I take Saturday off, so I'm like a normal like work week kind of thing where I work Monday through Friday. I was going to say 9 to 5, but I work from the time I wake up to the time I go to bed. So no 9 to 5, a little longer than that. And then take Saturday off and then kind of work casually on Sunday. Although I usually still work in the evenings on Saturday anyway. But I try. It helps with the sanity. So, yeah, we are going to do a show, big art reveal. I'm going to show a bunch of pages off, black and white, and that's the book I'm working on right now. And excuse me, I don't know how other people work, but I kind of put a mock book together. So this is well, let me just back up. The whole thing is laid out like in layout form. So let me show off. Let's start off with showing off some stuff. All right, so let me see. It's a little blasted out. You can't see it. But yeah, I start off. Let me see. Maybe this page will work better. I start off in layout form, and this is about the size I work. A little smaller. Yeah, you can't see it. Yeah, because the window's open there, and it's just throwing too much light in. So, but yeah, I start off with the layouts, and the whole book, the whole main story is all in layout form. So you can kind of see it if you go to the Black and White Indiegogo page. There's some pages there. I wish I could show you, but I'll be showing you stuff later on. But this whole book right here, this is filled. So, like I said, all 68 pages, well, 64 of them. 64 of them. Let me see. Is the main story. So 64 is the main story. And then there's 4 pages added, I believe. And so the 64 pages are the main story. And all of those are laid out. And then they get tighter from there. So then they go pencil form and then to ink form and then so on. But I think the reason I'm having a hard time right here is because I haven't said hello to everybody. I got a little bit of a dry throat. Oh yes, we got a sign of life here, so this is good. Lay Kick 1, how are you? Christopher John, good morning, Mr. T. I'm number 1. I'm number 1. You are number 1. We got Auntie. I don't know why I want to say instead of Auntie, I want to say Auntie. I had a friend once, and he referred to his aunt as Auntie. Lay Kick says, at least what they tell me on the freeway. On the freeway. And Dino to give me shit today. What the F is this? This is going to be a big black and white art reveal, man. I'm going to show off some pages, some storytelling. I figured it was time. I have a lot of it done. So it's time to show off some stuff, let you guys see the progress of this book that you've all been supporting and helping me out with. So I'm gonna show some stuff. Also, this is gonna be a spoiler alert. Well, I'm giving you a spoiler alert right now that there's gonna be some stuff, man. There's gonna be some story content you guys are gonna see. So if you don't want any spoilers, then you might not want to watch this. Aloha, hey Joe, what's up? Joe Bernardo. Let's see. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this, but I'm gonna do it anyways. Click. The whole book is about sex, nerds, and coming into adulthood. No, it's not. Was this Sean F here? Shanafir. Shanafir. Is that Chanelli? I don't know. I don't know how to say some of these names. Hello, darlings. Hello. I'm just going to call you Sean. Omer Glitch. Good morning. Hello. Yeah, this is going to be good, man. Getting some people in here. This is awesome. We got Jerry Roscoe. What's up? I can't wait. All right. So Auntie doesn't care about the spoiler. Oh, shit. You're the one who said that? Are you the one who said the Scary T Bear? No. I think that was Joe Bernardo. RT Scaredy Bear. I forget who said it in the chat the other day. I did This Place is Haunted or My House is Haunted, which was a lot of fun, and I still believe it is haunted. We had a neighbor over last night. Actually, we had dinner with them, and they were saying that there's actual fault lines on this side of the house and over on this side of the house, and he said you can see them. You can see the cracks. And so it could have been a little bit of a tremor. And if you don't know what we're talking about, go back a couple videos in the live stream in the history, and you can see that it's got the scary house image. And so it could have been like a tremor or a quake. But the thing is, I mean, I've lived all my life in California, and I know what an earthquake feels like. That didn't feel like an earthquake. There was no movement. The house didn't move. So it seems like the whole house would have had to move to have the chandelier move like it did. So I don't think it was an earthquake. I think it was a genuine poltergeist. So yeah, somebody in the chat called me RT Scaredy Bear, and now that's what my wife calls me. So thanks for that, you guys. Yeah, Pamela makes a rare appearance in that video as well. Oh yeah, you know what? Let me find it. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, I didn't comment on it, did I? I didn't let you know. I apologize. That's not what I want. Let me see if I can find it. Oh shit. Jason Pearson mentioned me in a comment. What was the comment? Let me see. Walters. Wait a minute. How did he mention me in a? This is old. Yeah, it's weird. Anyway, nothing interesting. There he is, Joseph Bernardo. Bump, bump, bump. Okay. All right. Oh, man, that's funny. Okay. So let's see if we can get this Joe Bernardo Ghostbusters video thing happening. Yeah, I'm a little tired. I didn't realize how tired I was still. We stayed up a little late. Partying. All right. This is it. I don't know if there's sound. Let me see if there's sound. I don't hear any sound. So I step in, the lamp is rocking. Who are you going to call? Ghostbusters. And then they show up. This is awesome, Joe. I like the lamp. Who are you going to call? And then the little ghost trap shows up, stops the lamp. That is really cool. That's funny. That dude looks nothing like me, though. That is great, man. So who are you going to call? Ghostbusters. Boom, 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 boom. Well, thank you for that. That was fun. We got Randy Howell. What's up? Fracking. Yes. Mother fracking. It's called fracking. All right. Did you hear Cecil's divorce is final? Now Cash Grab is off to the printers. God help us all. Yeah, I'm not going to comment. I said something the other night on Ethan's stream, and I got in trouble. So I'm not going to comment on any of my knowledge, my behind-the-scenes knowledge on anything. You can't get that. You can't get that info out of me. And Dino, try as you might. Where did you hear that? And see what you started. Oh, Cecil said it last night. Okay. All right. So maybe it's official. I don't know. Oh, cool. No problem, man. Let's see. This is always cool, man. Interactive stuff. I like hanging out with you guys. It was the ghost of a writer looking for revenge for all the bad things you have said about them. It could be. I have said many, many bad things about writers. Many bad things. A bunch of bad things. All right. Well, yeah. So back on this. This book is full. There's two of them. This is just half of the book here, but yeah, you can kind of see. I don't know if you. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna close that damn window. I'm gonna close that damn window so you guys can see this stuff better. Because if you can't see, then what's the point? What is the point? Look at the lighting's better. Anyway, yeah, there you go. There you go. Okay, so yeah, these are the ink. So what it does is it goes from let me see. Let's just show this off. It goes from like layouts, which is what these are. So these are also for sale. Let me see if I can get them in there. Okay, so they go from like these layout, these thumbnails. This one's bigger. So it goes from those to tightened up pencils, which is all this here. And then it goes to inks, which is here. So as the book progresses, I add those new pages to my binder here. And so then that way I can see the progress just at a flip. And it also, it's like creating a book, like the actual comic book itself. So then I can just turn pages, you know, and I can see the progress. Also, what the panel or the pages before it looked like, and so on and so forth. Look at this layout. Look at that. So there's another one. I'm going to show you some of the stuff better. But yeah, so then I keep it in the book here. And so after that is all, you know, obviously after it's all done, then it's off to the color and letterer. And I have some color pages as well. So I'm going to show you some layouts. I'm going to show you some finished pages, finished ink pages, and I'm going to show you some color work as well. So a binder, yeah, it's not really a binder, just a folder, I guess. Wow, you guys are getting crazy. Art, will you be fulfilling cash grab? Hence your vow of silence. No, but now it looks really dark in here. It goes from one extreme to the other. What? Cecil's husband divorced him? No. Wait, if Cecil is divorcing Peaches, does that make Anna a homewrecker? I believe it does, yes. A binder is a great idea. Cool. Yeah. I've done it like for a long time. So even when I was working at Marvel and DC, so as I would finish a page, I would put it in a book so that I could kind of keep track of all the pages and stuff. And it seems kind of like an old school idea now with all the digital. But the reason I like it is because I can see it quickly, and I can see how it comes together as an actual book. So it's kind of like making a mock-up of the book before the book is even done. Speaking of the book, volume 1, second printing is done, and We have 1,500 of these in storage. So things are getting done. The book is here. So we got that. And also, just give you some update. We got the die cut stickers. Those are done. We got the Inco sticker. That thing looks awesome. And then we got the patch, the black and white embroidered patch. So things are happening, man. And we got the pin. And and the newest thing is these Keshis. These Keshis. So I got a bunch of them from Eric Hutfels. Here's the light blue one. So yeah, things are coming along. It's weird. You work for such a long time, and then all of a sudden you look around and you have many things done, and it's a long haul because you're going from zero to trying to create something basically out of nothing. So it takes a little bit of time to do those things. So I'm going to show off. Let me show off the campaign, just in case anybody's coming in late, doesn't know what I'm talking about. This is Black and White Man versus Machine, Volume 2. This is the epic conclusion to the Origin Saga. So let's play this video. I haven't played this one in a while. This is one of the older ones. Yeah. Only on Indiegogo. Yes, indeedy do. I just hit refresh. Yeah, you guys. We got the Keshis up. Let me see the tier. We only have one left, so we did a limited. What is it? 20 figures at $15. So these are going to sell for 20 after we have the special introduction prices. So we're going to put up another tier at this. We're going to put up another tier the same as this once this sells out, and then after that they're going up to the $20. So that's what Eric wants as a price. And so who am I to argue? I have no idea how much time and effort it takes to put these together. I do know it's a considerable amount of time, because I know he had a lot of trouble with the mold with the white figure. That's why it took so long to get these Keshis going. But that dude is tenacious, and he got the molds to work. So now we have production molds for the black figure, which we already had, and then the white figure now we have up and running there as well. So black and white figures in black and white, and these will probably be limited as well. So these are the ones that will be in black and white. I think what Eric was saying is that after that they would be multicolored. So he says, I don't really know. This is like I've been introduced to the world of Keshi. These things are highly collectible, and there's quite a market for them. So he says like the varying color ones are also very collectible, but I thought it'd be fun to do one in actual black and one in white as a very limited thing. So we got one more available. Those things sold out almost the first day. So that was very, very cool. And we had quite a bit of backers the last couple of days. So we hit another monumental number here, which is 115,306. So we are almost a third of the way to, 116,000. That just boggles my mind. These numbers are absolutely insane. So I do appreciate it, you guys. You guys are the best. So 1,369 backers. And the only reason this book exists, the only reason any of this stuff is happening is because of you guys. So I cannot thank you enough for, me finally getting to this place where I can do what I really, really love to do, which is write and draw comic books. Inking is fun, and it was fun for a long time, but to be honest, I have very little interest in that now, other than just inking, my own work. And my real interest is in storytelling. I wouldn't say that I'm a writer as much as a storyteller, because I always have to work with somebody that actually can write. I'm a wee bit dyslexic. I can put things together, but it takes forever, and also sometimes it just comes out as gibberish, because what I think I'm spelling is not actually what the word or how the word should be spelled. So I always work with somebody. So I'm working with Joe Thunderbuns in the writing department here, and also I'll be working with Pamela to finish up the dialogue. So Pamela T. Bear, which is my wife, writing partner and business partner in all this madness. So yeah, here is volume 2, Man versus Machine. They're back and badder than ever. This will be the epic wrap up to the Origin Saga. So issue 1 or volume 1 and volume 2 will give you a complete story of how these two got together and why they got together, and how they take care of their checkered past, basically. They both have a couple skeletons in the closet. So the first story arc is going to deal with Whitney's, and then the second story arc will deal with Reed's. So Whitney's is kind of, it's her past, but also it helps to form the team. So when we get into Black and White, the next story arc, it's going to be focused more on Reed Blackett, aka Black, and his backstory, and kind of what led him to the moment that you see in this volume, in volume 1 and 2. So there's quite a bit of backstory to these characters. I didn't want to do it as a, in order, as it was happening. I think stories are a little bit boring that way. So I also wanted to keep the mystery and the intrigue there. So leave some of their past a little bit vague, so we can explore those down the line as we move forward. So I like stuff that kind of gives you reveals and introduces like how these characters got there over time. So I really like, Wolverine. Wolverine's one of those characters that, was the mystery guy, and kind of as the story progressed, you got a little bit more of his backstory. And we're going to find out why Reed left the MI10, what happened, there that led to it, and a lot of other things. And there's one mystery that was always there from the beginning, is like what happened to Alexander Blackett, and that's Reed's father. And in the next story arc, we're going to find out what happened. So in volume 1 of this book, this story that I'm working on now, we still have a little teaser there of Alexander Blackett, who's Reed's father and was Brooks Gray's partner. So it's kind of like the Blacketts are a spy family. So I thought it would be interesting, that you have cop families, you have firemen that are generational. So I thought it would be fun to try to do like a spy that way. Like he was basically born into the business. And so his father, Alexander Blackett, was a spy, and Alexander met his fate early on. And so Brooks Gray, who was Alexander's partner in MI10, ended up raising Reed Blackett as a young kid. And so basically, Brooks Gray is his father in essence. And so he's got great reverence for his partner Alex, and so Brooks. It's going to be interesting because there's also Brooks's backstory that you're going to find out more about. We've teased that in the first volume as well. They go to a safe house, and it's a safe house that Alexander and Brooks used to use, and they use it again when they're trying to hide Whitney from the big bad. Basically, they're trying to move Whitney away from the big bad because I think they're more afraid of what she's going to do to the bad than what the bad's going to do to her. But yeah, that's in volume 1. So we have variant covers. So we got this Kenneth Rocafort cover. We got the Joe Bennett cover. We got the Greg Capullo variants, and then I already showed you this. We have this all printed up. So this is the second printing of volume 1. And then we have this fantastic new book. There's actually 2 books in this campaign. So this is a one and done 22-page high octane adventures. It's kind of an animated adventure book written by Von Klaus and drawn by Pedro Eng. It's fantastic. This is done. It's being edited right now by Pamela. And she's got some cool dialogue ideas, and she's kind of going over it with a fine-tooth comb. And then once we're done with that, then it's going to go off to the lettering, and then of course the printing. So things are getting done, you guys. So here's those story layouts that I was telling you about. I think we sold half the book so far, so like 31 or 32 of these. So we still have a few available. And then you guys, the link is in the description, so click the link and check out all these cool stretch goals that you'll get. So if you don't know what stretch goals are, these are kind of like freebies. So you get stickers, like some of the stuff I was showing you, the patches, the pins, all that stuff. That's what a stretch goal is. And a lot of these stretch goals are also upgrades to the book itself. So yeah, we did quite a good job. We added pages, we upgraded the cover and paper stock. A lot of cool stretch goals here. There's an art contest there, so check that out. So a lot of cool stuff, you guys. So the link is in the description. Check that out. So now you should have a little bit of context of what Black and White is and what that's all about. So let me see how you guys are doing. Go back to the chat. I think I'm starting to get my groove. I'm starting to get in the groove here. It always takes me a while. Trevor, what's up, Trevor? Trevor used to work with me at Hack Shack Studios. Pretty good artist and writer. To the garage and make a movie. What? Wait a minute. I gotta go back. You guys have been talking. You guys have been saying stuff. Look at what I started. I'm a bad boy. Yeah, you are. You need to stop that. Entity. It would keep my kitties away from the pages. Great idea. Oh, the binder. Yeah, we're still on the. I'll buy when I get off work. Cool. Hey, Patrick, what's up, man? Patrick's got a campaign up as well. Hail Eric Huffles. Yes. Mr. Hutfles. Patrick's got some fans. Okay. Randy House is looking forward to getting my hands on volume 1 and 2. Yeah, it's an epic story. It's very personal. And it's fun to see how it kind of ramps up. Like the story is just going to really ramp up. The second volume, there's a lot of reveal there and an insight on the villain, which I wasn't able to do in the original Black and White in '94. Um, excuse me, but in this one, there's going to be some great reveal, and also the villain is very contemporary. Like I think it's and I did a lot of these ideas before the world got to this point. So I think there's a lot in there that's very relevant to what's happening now, as far as not so much politics, but just the way the world is. One thing that I thought was funny, and the villain in Volume One refers to what he's doing as a new world order, and it's that's not a new term. I mean, that's been around for a while, but I think I heard the president or somebody in this administration talk about New World Order. These are scary terms. Like that's why I use it, because I always thought it was a scary term, New World Order. And it's usually what a villain will say, or like a cautionary, sci-fi story would say New World Order. And yeah, we have people today, like in this administration, referring to things as New World Order, which is absolutely frightening to me. So there's stuff like that that's in Black and White, and the New World Order thing was also in Volume One. So that was before the Biden administration. Let me see what Jerry says. I do the same thing with my original pages. I put them in a portfolio so I can refer back as needed. And then I print out small versions that I can hand color as color guides and put those together. Yeah, if you're coloring, you can do the same. If I was doing color guides and stuff, I think I'd have a separate book. I really should do a separate book. I should have like my layouts in one book, and then I should have my pencils in one book, inks in one book, and then like finished colors in one book. But I kind of like putting the pages over the existing one so I can see the progress of it. So so that's kind of what I do. So I replace the old with a new page, and then kind of keep going as the book moves forward. So I already got Trevor. How you doing? We got Horror Mike. We got Praetor. What's up, you guys? Past Master. Now we have a party. We got the Past Master. God bless you, young man. Yes. Oh my gosh. This will be a 150K campaign. I'm calling it. Wow. Wow. That would be absolutely amazing. Just got some. Okay, let's see. Yeah, this origin story will be Whitney's backstory. So you'll have everything you need to know. Good morning. Got that. I see Pedro. What's up, Pedro? All right. All right. Well, I'm going to do, hey, we got Kami Mark. What's up, brother? We got to get him in here. He's got a new project as well. So let me see. I got to catch up. Oh, cool. Let's see. Trevor, I went through some old folders in my office last week and came across some of those early Black and White thumbs you gave me. It's great to see where it is today. Yeah, Trevor and I were working on a Black and White version a few years back. The Black and White has been it's been something I've been working on for 25 years on and off. So I have probably 2 or 3 other versions of the story that are somewhat related, but not really. And some of those ideas have worked their way into this version. And So Trevor was helping me along with one of those. Oh man, thank you so much, Big Raj, for the $1.99 super sticker. Super sticker. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so I have some crazy inks that I'm going to show off, and then I'm going to show off some layouts and pencils. So let's do. Oh, what the hell did I do? Okay, let's do this. Share, 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 share. Now make sure I hit the right button. Boom. All right. So you should be seeing the pages now. So these are obviously inks. And so you can see the work that's going into this book. I mean, this is definite labor of love. So I really want to tell like story and for the images, but I think that would be too much of a spoiler. So I might, do some, but I'm going to try to keep it as at a minimum, just because I don't want to give too much away as far as story. So there's JC. There's the big bad. He's got his new uniform, his new New World Order uniform. Phoenix World, the Phoenix World Alliance. And there's the big Whitney reveal. One of the things I've been really getting into, and I never was before, is drawing small. So yeah, these are really tiny. I think they came out pretty good, though. There's a lot of detail for as small as it is. So yeah, we got this page, and I'm gonna these are in order, I believe. So this is page 1. So this is how we're starting the book. So I like bringing them in Photoshop because then I can blow up the panels and you can see all the detail. You're going to be able to see the detail in a way, like on these live streams, almost better than the comic book, because I can blow them up. So once again, these are the inks. So there's the bullet racing along, and like I said, we're going to start revealing the bigger world here. So this is MI10. So this is Jackson. And so Gray is talking with MI10 here. So like I said, you're going to start seeing the bigger world as the story progresses. So there's Brooks Gray driving. We reveal that. I even did this. Look at in the rear view mirror. Let me see in the side mirrors here. You can see I drew the reflection. That's pretty nuts. Yeah, this is just a lot of fun. I'm so happy with the way these pages are coming along. Being able to have the time to do something without compromise, something that will, it takes a little bit of time to reveal, like story and character and composition, finding the right shots for the panel and all that. That stuff takes time for me. I don't have a ton of experience, with this. So it really is like a reveal sometimes. Like I'll draw something and then I'll set it aside and then I'll come back to it and then it will reveal itself as like, oh no, if you took this panel out and added this panel, then the context is better, the storytelling is clearer, all these things. So I'm still kind of going back and forth on these pages, which is a lot of fun, and it's helping out with the storytelling as well. So this is the car slamming its brakes on, sees Uncle Yi here. He'd been thrown out of a vehicle, a moving car, so he's kind of disheveled. He's a little banged up. And the last panel here, I think the shot came out really good. I like Uncle Yi a lot. And he says to Brooks, "We got to go back." So if you know how the first issue ended, you know what Uncle Yi's talking about. So he's a little beat up there. And so we cut to page 2. And so this is what he needs to go back to. So there's a major catastrophe. There's been an explosion. And Whitney here, White is looking for Reed. She can't find him. She's not sure if he survived the explosion or not. So I think this came out great. All the debris and stuff. I'm just having a great time. Look at all the detail. And I'm inking this with a like a pin, like what do they call, like microns and different marker type pins. So this isn't like the normal way I've inked in the past, but I think it's coming out really good. I hurt my hands. I think I have like arthritis or something. And so it's easier for me to hold the marker type, because I can ink like a pencil. So I can hold it differently than I can like a pen, like a crow quill or a brush. So there's page 2. Here's page 3. Yes, I got to get rid of these because I'm going to bring some more pages in as well. So, and these are all the inked. This is the ink segment. So this is White looking harder for a sign of life. So she's panicking a little bit, like she feels really guilty. She feels bad because this explosion and everything was kind of her fault. Well, it was her fault. And so now she's thinking that she may have killed this guy that was trying to help her. Also, I wanted to show off that they have these super suits. So they're actually super strong. So the suits it gives them enhanced strength and also a certain level of protection. So there's kind of a force field that radiates from the suit out, and so it can deflect certain impacts like guns, stuff like that, and possibly even a building that collapses around them in the form of an explosion. So then this kind of RoboCop shows up. And keep in mind, this is a kind of an imaginary future. This isn't our future. It's probably like 2030, somewhere between 2030 and maybe 2050. But it's all imaginary. So I didn't want to date it. I didn't want to, do anything like that. I kind of always like Star Wars, where it was like in a galaxy far, far away, where you weren't even sure if it was Earth or if these were humans or what. So this is kind of that way, where I don't really date it or give a shelf life to it by any references to time periods. So it's a completely made up time period where there's a lot of high tech. Robots are like normal. They're all over the place. The one thing is that sentience is against the law. And that's one thing that Trevor and I brought in. And so, like I said, some of these older ideas are in the new idea. And one of them is just that sentience, as far as robotics, is against the law. So robots aren't, but sentient robots are. And so then, this cop is basically on the scene trying to figure out what the hell went on. There was this giant explosion. The cop's like, what the hell are you doing? So the only one that's around is this woman, and this female cop just saw that this person just threw a big old piece of concrete over her head. So as you could imagine, the cop's a little concerned here. So then the police officer is basically telling her, stand down, you know, um, you're under arrest. We got to figure out what the hell went on here. And so Whitney is yelling, "I love this face." God, this is I drew this face like 3 times to get this look. I think she looks fantastic here. And so Whitney's kind of in true Whitney form is being sassafras. Like she's like, no, you don't understand. There was an explosion. There's somebody here. He's under the rubble. We got to find him. And the cop is like, that's not my concern. My concern right now is, bringing you in because as far as I know, you're the one that blew this thing up. And so the police officer is calling in for backup because she knows this person's going to be trouble. One, she's a little lippy, and two, she's got some heightened abilities. And so she's calling it in, and I thought this shot was really cool. This was like one of those last minute changes where I turned it into a down shot with the camera and pulled it back. And I think it came out really good. This is one of those things too I was telling you about, like drawing small. So I'm really kind of getting into drawing smaller figures and things like that. I think that panel came out really cool. And so then all of a sudden we see the cop just get zapped. Like the cop is zapped, and you could see like the cop had a hair trigger, like the finger on the trigger, like she was probably going to shoot Whitney. And so then you see kind of like a taser effect, and the cop gets taken down. So you see the cop in the foreground. Whitney's turning like, what the heck? Who did that? And then you see Reed Blackett, aka Black. And this is one of those things too where I'm just really happy with. Let me see if it's not moving. Oh, come on. Really? Whatever. My little bar, I can't grab it. There it is. Okay. So yeah, you can see the figure is really tiny, but I don't know, man. It's a little things. I think it came out really cool. Yeah. So then we scan down and we see the big reveal. This is Black making his entrance into the story. And so once again, he kind of saves her. That's kind of his thing. Like she gets into trouble, and he kind of steps up and gets her out of the trouble. So he took down the police officer. Most likely, if she was to handle it, it would have went really, really bad. So one of the things in this story is we have a veteran character, which is Reed Blackett, and he's ex MI10 spy. So he's got a lot of experience, and she doesn't. So it's kind of like she has all this power, this power suit and weapons and all this ability, but she just doesn't really know how to handle it. So it's kind of like the big power or great power comes great responsibility. So one of the things through the story is you're gonna find that she is going to need to step up and learn how to be more responsible and work as a team. So one of the things is that Reed says to her is justice, not vengeance. So he's kind of trying to guide her because also he doesn't want her to go down the same path that he did. So he's got, those are the skeletons I was talking about. There's some stuff that he's done that he's not really that proud of. So he's kind of atoning for things. So that's kind of the Black persona. The Black persona is going to help him in time, exercise some of the demons, because he is very altruistic and he wants to serve the greater good. And he thought he was doing that in the service because he was a soldier, and he thought he was doing that as a spy. And then he found out that that form of justice, or what he thought was the greater good, probably wasn't. It wasn't. So it didn't really set well with him. And so that's why he retired. That's why he walked away from it. So because Whitney's in trouble here in issue 1, he kind of he kind of stepped out of retirement to help her. And so he didn't do it as a soldier. He didn't do it as a cop. He didn't do it as a spy. He's doing it in this vigilante form, this new form. And so here's the next page here. So this is Reed revealing to Whitney that oh shoot, no, that there may have been more to this police officer than she thinks. So he's kind of smelling a rat here, like some kind of hanky panky's going on, and so she's kind of being her normal kind of like aloof self. And then he says something. I'm not going to give too much away. And then she kind of like is a little stunned by it. And then we hear like a honk honk, and then you see Brooks Gray come in from page 1. So you know how Uncle Yi said we need to go back. So this is what they're coming back to, and you get to see a little bit pulled back again of the devastation. What was a warehouse is now just in rubble. And so once again, I got to show the little figures. There's even a little motorcycle back there. Yeah, you got to simplify things when you draw small. So it's all there. Look at that. The little cop is there, the motorcycle, Whitney and Reed. So yeah, I'm having a blast. Yeah, I think this shot came out really good. So let me go to the next page. My computer, come on. There you go. So then we got the kind of family reunion. We have Whitney's song and Uncle Yi's song. So Gray and Black are kind of looking on. Kind of happy that they were able to reunite these two, but at the same time they still have a heavy heart. They know that they know what still needs to be done in the story. And so Whitney and Uncle Yi are kind of running at each other. And I thought this shot was really good. So I thought it would be interesting in the story to give kind of like an end beat, but at the beginning of the story. So this almost feels like it's the end of the story, but it really isn't. And so we get these two, the reunion. We can tell they love each other. They're each other's only family, so they've paid a heavy price. The Sungs have paid a heavy price, so so they really just have the two of them. And so I thought that shot came out good. So then reality kind of starts setting back in. Uncle Yi is a very gracious man, so he's turning to Reed and Gray, and he's thanking them for saving him basically and reuniting the two. And so then Uncle Yi's feeling really bad, and then Whitney's saying it's okay, and then he's kind of Yi is blaming himself. He's like, this is my fault. I should have stepped up earlier on. Like this is one of those things where it's like a backstory, like I said, the skeleton's in the closet. So this is Uncle Yi kind of feeling bad, like he feels like he's to blame for everything that's happening right now. And so Whitney turns, and then she's kind of thanking Reed as well. So she's starting to be a little bit more humble here. So if you read the first story, she's a little bit of a pain in the neck. So she started to come off of her high horse a little bit here. And so then Reed and Gray, like I say, they know what still needs to be done. And so Reed turns to Whitney and says, we're going to go after JC, which is the big bad. But Gray and I are going to do it ourselves because you're a liability. And so she's like, what? Like, yeah, I thought we were a team. And so Reed doesn't trust her anymore. She almost got him killed. And so at this point, he's kind of breaking up the team. So they're walking away. They're going back to the car. They're going to track down JC and they're going to bring him to justice. And so, Uncle Yi then steps up and he says, "You're not going anywhere. We're involved just as much as you guys are, probably more so. And so we're going to see this through together." And so Whitney's kind of like, "Oh, way to go, Uncle Yi." Because Yi hasn't showed any kind of backbone yet in the story. So this is kind of a start. So he's got like one of my favorite story arcs in volume 2. Like I said, you guys, this is going to be major spoilers. So so then Reed and Gray take off, and Whitney is just like, she pulls out her staff. You can see it. Let me scroll this over a little bit. So once again, like I said, draw real small. So there's Whitney and her staff, and there's Uncle Yi in the background. Car's taken off, and so there's this big blast, bam. And so then Reed gets out of the car. It's like, "What the hell? What are you doing?" And so Whitney is like, "You're not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere, mister." And so she's pissed. Look at that face. God. This is good stuff, you guys. And so then Reed's pissed off, and he's going over to her, and basically he's going to take the staff from her. He's going to take the weapon that they gave her, and just like, "You're not going anywhere. You're a liability." So that's kind of like what he's saying here. You almost got me killed, and we can't trust you. And so that's what he's yelling at her here. And so then we have, her kind of just like a silent beat. And then the next page is Reed still going off, but she's giving it back to him. She's like, "I'm involved. I'm going with you." And he's like, I don't think so. I think this is where he's letting it fly. And so he hurts her emotionally. So he said, "You're dangerous. You're reckless. You don't work as a team member, and you almost got me killed." That's where he says it. And then she's just kind of like, folding in on herself a little bit, reflecting. And so then Uncle Yi steps up again and says, we got to move forward on this. I think that's what he's saying. I'm not really sure about the dialogue, but Whitney's kind of coming around. Reed just gives the final, like, we're not doing this. And then she says, "I think you're going to want to hear, I have an idea. I have a plan." One of the things is Reed always had a plan. So this is kind of a reversal where she says, "I have a plan." And then she says, and then he's like, "Well, how do you know it's going to work?" And then she goes, "Because I have something I know he wants." And that's the last panel here. And the reason it's kind of sexy and stuff like that, because the thing that JC wants, is her. So that's kind of the end of that segment. So I kind of wanted to give you a whole scene that I could show off. So let me come back, and I'll find some other stuff. Like I said, this is a big reveal, you guys. Oh, thank you. Tank Ferret says, "Holy smokes, Art. This just may be the best work to date. This is simply fantastic." Thanks, man. I am. This is just, every day is a pleasure. That's funny, Pork Hunt. Well, she is a woman. Yeah, and we're gonna play up the differences. We're not gonna really just turn her into a guy or whatever. Oh, thanks, man. Look at that. It's largely a static scene, but art makes it so dynamic with a little inferred motions. Thanks, man. The car looks amazing. Art draws nice luxury cars. Oh, thank you, Steve. Thank you, Steven. Hey, Art, this looks amazing. Can't wait. Yeah, it's taken a little longer than I was hoping, but it's gonna be fantastic. We see. Try to catch up. Okay. Looking great, thank you. Spoiler: Uncle Yi is Cecil from Cash Grab in disguise. You guys in the Cecil stuff, man. What's going on? Yeah, F her. That's pretty much the gist at this moment. Oh man, David, how you doing, man? Awesome work you got going there, King Art. Thank you, man. Big fan of your work as well. Thanks so much, David Brohawk. Oh, cool. Pastmaster, thank you. Sign up for David Williams, Bass Reeves, West of Hell here. Oh, cool. Sweet. Yeah, there's going to be a few of these in the story. What the heck is wrong with you guys? The power of the BJJ. Jimmy Reyes, what's up, man? What's up? My inker brother from another mother. Back the book just for the luxury cars. Oh, Tank Fair, thank you so much, man. You're good for the ego. Dude, I've been a fan of yours since the early Superman days. It's well worth the wait. Thanks, man. I do appreciate it. Let's see what Mark has to say. For your next campaign, you should put together a sketchbook, process book for all the abandoned black and white concepts. Dude, that's a really good idea. I mean, I have this, like this book here. I have books full of alternate stories and stuff like that. And they're drawn pretty tight. Some of the stuff's drawn pretty tight. I could do that. That's not a bad idea. And also there's two issues from the 90s, from 95 for the ongoing series that are done. They're penciled and inked. Some of it might even be dialogued or lettered that have never seen print. So let me while I'm talking, clear my pages here in Photoshop and grab a bunch of new ones, and this will be the second show off. So I'm going to show off some layouts here so you guys can see some work in progress. And let me find them. Let me see. Okay, so I'm gonna go from 22 to 31. Why? You're gonna get a bunch. You're gonna get a bunch. Oh, you son of a gun. Oh, there we go. All right. There we go. No, you stupido. There you go. Okay. That's it. All right. So while those are opening up, I'll hang out a little bit more in the chat here. The Oodles reprint. Hold on. I'm going to go get a copy and show everybody what I'm talking about, or what we're talking about, Mighty Joe. Yeah, this is going to be the next campaign, and we're going to be launching this soon. Pamela and I are just trying to figure out like the tiers right now, because it's an art book, and it's not a comic book. So, a lot of the stretch goals, a lot of tiers, like posters and patches and all that stuff, it just doesn't seem like it would lend itself to an art book. So we're trying to figure out stuff that we can wrap into the campaign that would support this book versus that would like be like a comic book. I guess what I'm trying to say is something more specific to an art book. And there's just not a lot of examples of it. So we're trying to figure that out now. One of the things we're thinking is like a portfolio collection. So we could get like portfolio pieces, put them in like print them up. What is the paper called? Pamela's got all this information, like a high quality paper, and then put them in a cool envelope and print them all up. I think, let me see here. I got this. Graham Nolan did something like it. I have to sign these. How do I open this? Where's the little opening tab? Do I have to caveman this thing? How the hell? No, I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to go all press firmly to seal. Yeah, to seal it, but how do you open the damn thing? Let me get a knife. Get a knife out. But this is, these were portfolio pieces. So the professionals did a portfolio. Wow, he really packed these things. So it'll be a better envelope than this, but these are kind of like the prints. So this was my entry to it. So so this is for the two-fisted manly tails. So what does it say? It says two-fisted on the bottom there. You can kind of see it. Turn this off. There it is. So yeah, so I'm thinking I'll do a series of like portfolio pieces. They're bigger than this, and then maybe we'll do like a bookmark. I'm not going to try to put this in right now. A bookmark and some other stuff. So do you have anything to add to the people are asking about the Oodles book and when we were going to do the campaign? So do you have anything to possibly add to that, Pamela?
Well, we're getting quotes right now on the printing of it. So as soon as I've got a couple more that I'm still waiting for them to come in. But once we do, then we can get the campaign rolling.
Yeah, we're going to get the campaign rolling. So I'm thinking probably next month we should have our
campaign all
S together.
out.
Yeah, so it's just a series of drawings, convention sketches. There's some older stuff. There's some cover galleries, inks, things that you probably have never seen before. So there's also kind of like sketches, work in progress for covers. So this was an Action Comics cover that I did. So there's going to be a lot of cool stuff.
And we did you tell them we're getting quotes on upgrading the cover to foil around the writing? So I don't know if you mentioned that to them.
Yeah, I mean we're gonna do all kinds of stuff with it. So we're gonna try to give like an upgraded cover work. We got people. I'm sorry, the dog's kind of tearing up the studio here. We got some high Pams or hail Pams.
Woohoo!
Hail Pam, hail Pam. Mighty Joe says, hail Pam.
The reason I'm interrupting you is because I just was going on the website and all the Keshis are sold out.
Oh, cool.
So would you like me to do anything?
Yeah, I already mentioned it that we're gonna do this again. So add another 20 to it. So we'll do another. Look at this. I got. Oh my gosh! Stop it. he sees trash like stuff like this, and he goes crazy. Like
he loves you.
He thinks it's his. he thinks it's like, oh, it's fair game. It's trash. I'll start chewing on it. So where was I? Oh, yeah. Put those up.
I'll go do it. I can't put a picture in, but I'll get the rest of it up and going. Bye, guys.
See ya.
You're trying to get rid of me. I can tell.
You said bye, guys, first.
You were too quick on the see ya.
See ya. See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. Yeah, so that is my better half. My partner in crime. So a lot of Keshi sold out. Yes. Very cool. I know what you meant. So we got some BiPAMs. Good to hear you. Okay, let me see if my page is opened up. Oh shit. Yeah, baby. Let's see. You know what? I'm not even going to go through. I'll just go through these together with you, because I'm not really sure what what I opened up. But this will be fun. But let's go. Let's check the campaign. Check these Keshis. The Kishis. All right. 115, 306. Hit the refresh button. 306. Hell yeah, 328. Got another backer. Let's see what these the Keshis should. Oh, they dropped back to the back here. Yeah, there they are. Sold out. Yeah. So we're gonna put 20 more up, you guys, at that price. After that, the Keshis are gonna go up to 20 for the two. And they probably won't be in the black and white form. I'm gonna talk to Eric Huffles and see what he thinks we should do as far as the black and white ones, or if from here on we should do, like multicolor ones or whatever. So just keep the black and white ones for the first 40 Keshis. All right. Okay, let's do this. Kind of caught up. Let's do this. So these are not going to necessarily. I could go in order. Let me see. Let me find my tab here. Yeah, I can go in order. Okay. So this is page 22. So these are tighter. I'd say these are breakdowns. So these are breakdowns from my layouts. So I think there's some layouts in here. So you'll see how kind of loose or where they started from. So this is Whitney and JC kind of not having a good time here. JC's got an idea of how to make this work. Reed is all in chains. You saw him in chains with the motorcycle. So this is kind of a continuation of that. And so Reed's not digging this. He's like, son of a bitch, you need to stop this, whatever, just the idle threats. And so then Whitney's like, you don't talk to him that way. And she's just like snapping her staff together. JC's like, what? And she's jumping in front of him. And then she just blasts Reed. There's going to be the chains that he was chained. They're all going to be like busting off of him here. I haven't drawn it yet. And then the reason this background looks a little open is there's going to be a big sound effect back here. There's going to be a big sound effect right in this area here. So so that'll fill that space up. And yeah, so this isn't looking good for Reed. Like all his work, everything that he's tried to help her, like she's betraying him again. So then you get to see the robots. The robots are kind of like forming a little bit of a protective wall around JC. And let me see this. What is this? Oh, this is the original layout to that page. So this is the original thumbnail. God, I'm glad I did this then. So yeah, you still see him push her away. There's more of an established shot. You get to see Reed and the robots back here, and then Reed is yelling here, and then JC's like, I got an idea, and then she's snapping the staff and then zapping him. So I felt like it wasn't kind of visceral enough. It wasn't direct enough. And so this version I thought was a little bit more on spot, like it feels more visceral. I think it moves better. Sometimes I get a little too artsy with the layouts, so it becomes a little hard to follow. So I like, so basically the visuals and the idea is there, and then it just kind of gets tweaked up, in a better way. So this kind of gives you an idea of the back and forth and all the time and energy that I anyways have to put into developing this stuff. I remember talking to Adam Kubert, and because it takes him a while to draw, to get things done. But you look at the artwork and it's pretty loose, like the drawing is loose. So I remember talking to him. It's like, what takes the time? He says the layouts. He said getting the right shot. He said, so sometimes I'm drawing and redrawing these pages, multiple times to get the right kind of flow, order, and make sure the readability is there. And so now, I really know what he's talking about. So when you're actually constructing a story, you want to make sure that it's as visceral and as clear as possible. So you can kind of see, where things start and then how things progress. So that was cool. So let me see. This is page 23. So 23, you got to see him her blast Reed. So then this is kind of a continuation of the blast. So he's getting blasted across the room. There's the motorcycle that he was in front of getting jarred. And then he hits these canisters. And then Whitney's looking on like, yeah, I'm yours now, JC. I just proved myself to you. I'm not with Reed anymore. She's back. She's back, you guys. You can't see her.
Hey, wanted to give you an update. The new tier is up, and I wanted to let everybody know, if you have any international people listening, when I took the Keshi figures and the little envelope and had them weighed and checked for a price to mail, they laughed at me because they gave me the one for US mail, and I said, okay, so then is international like what, $4 more? Every post office worker cracked up. They said, are you kidding me? And so they are the ones that pulled up a price and said, lady, it's $20 for international to mail. I was just like, you gotta be kidding me. These things weigh nothing.
Yeah, so you guys know, like shipping, everything's changing daily. Shipping prices, printing prices, all kinds of stuff. So I feel like apologizing, but it's not us.
Right. I just didn't want you guys to think we're
not gouging because
trying to gouge you.
Because I would love to be able to, bring the prices down on some of this stuff, but we just don't have any control over it. And I think maybe if we did bigger volumes, stuff like, Citizen says $20. Let's go, Brandon. Yeah.
Yes. Woohoo.
Man, bullshit. It's bullshit. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So we just try to be as transparent as possible. So that's Pamela kind of filling you in on the European shipping and out of the States shipping. It's all expensive, and we appreciate all your support. But some of the pricing we just don't have any control over.
And I do try, guys, like with things, I get a bazillion quotes on stuff, and I really do try to keep things the best quality, but
at the best price.
At the best price.
So that's why we're still looking for we're still shopping around for different printers. Because also what we would like to do with the stretch goals is we want to do a dust jacket. So there's stuff that we do want to do with this campaign and that we're pricing out right now. So yeah, do look for the oodles of doodles and other stuff too.
Okay, now I'm gone.
Go away.
I am.
Go away.
I'm leaving.
Girl, don't go away mad. Girl, just go away. I think we got it. Yeah, we're back. We're back for the attack. All right. So yeah, so this is Whitney looking all like, and then JC's kind of getting off on it because she just killed Reed Blackett. So this is still from the original layout. So you can kind of see how it goes from this to kind of, these are more like breakdowns right here. So these first two panels, I can probably ink from them. There's a couple corrections that I would probably make, but I can probably ink from these. I've inked from less than this actually in the past. The robots in the background obviously have to be drawn in. But yeah, this is kind of the looser layout aspect. And then this is more the breakdown. So I'd say I'm kind of in this breakdown mode right now. So it's kind of a pencil mode, but it's more of like pencil breakdowns. And then I'll do finishes with the inks. And also some of this is digital. I don't know, like anybody that works digitally, you can kind of see like some of the lines are cleaner than others. So this is a little back and forth. So some of this is actually hand drawn and some of it is digital. So the digital is helping me, move things around, draw things in quickly, adjust sizes of things, head size, body sizes, different things. And I can do them quicker in Photoshop because I don't have to redraw them from scratch. And I think this is the original layout. So this is the original layout for, let me see if I can get rid of that. Why is it doing this? Okay, I got to get rid of some of these. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to get through them. Okay, there we go. So yeah, this is the original 23. So you can see that third panel, that's still the one I used. So this is a 4-panel page. And then it's still a 4-panel page. But once again, you can see it flows. I think it flows a lot better. And then I like the more inset panel with her giving up her staff. So she's kind of given up her power to him, kind of like pledging an allegiance to JC and the Phoenix World Alliance. So that's what the last panel there is. And so this is how it began. And this is with the breakdowns. Let me pull this back a little bit more. Yeah, so that's that. This is this. So I don't know if you guys are like me. I'm absolutely fascinated with like work in progress stuff. So I think this is fun. So let's get rid of that. let's get rid of this 23 and let's go to page 24. This is not page 24. This is page 24. Okay. Wait a minute. Where are the other? Oh, you know what? I never saved it. I think it's, oh shit. It's still on my desktop. I printed it out just in case. Yeah, this is still work in progress. This page is done. Let me see if I can find it. Is that it? No. No. Oh my gosh, I might have got rid of it. I think I got rid of it, but I do have a version of it. Yeah. Yeah, I do have a version of it. But yeah, this is 24. So the first panel is JC picking up the staff. He's kind of showing it off here. And then at this point, he's going to show her the world. He's going to introduce her to his bigger picture stuff. Like I said, New World Order stuff. And so as they're walking, she sees some stuff that's not that great. So this is stuff that happened earlier on. And so she's getting a glimpse of what the bigger picture stuff, like how evil this guy really is. And I didn't, oh, there, that's not it. Where is it? Oh, wait. Oh, here it is. That's weird. I wonder why it went out of order like that. So this was the version before it. And so this is the finished version. Yeah. So like I said, he's picking up the staff there. You see the plane. They're in an airplane hangar. There's a plane in the background. He picks up the staff. Then they're walking like he's gonna show her the world. You see one of his goons kind of, security, making sure nothing bad happens. So then he's just kind of talking like, I'm glad you came around. We're gonna change the world. It's gonna be a better place. All this kind of stuff. And so they're walking, up this balcony kind of thing and overlooking. So this is where she kind of gets the first glimpse of like this guy. There's some bad stuff happening here. So let me go here. So yeah, she sees the bad stuff. Let me get rid of some of these tabs. And so at this point, she's talking to Reed. So if you remember the first issue, their helmets, they have like a mental link, like they can actually think, and it will translate into the next person. Like the next person can hear their thoughts, basically. So they don't have to speak out loud. They can kind of think it, and then the other person can hear it. So this first panel is going to be an establishing shot of Reed. He's planting some explosives, and Whitney's saying, like, I don't know how much more of this I can take. And so then also you realize that Reed is not dead. Like that was kind of a, they kind of, played it up for JC. And so then he finishes the explosives. This is kind of like, sometimes I'll use like photos and stuff for holding places. And so this is just kind of a holding place for the plane. And then you see Reed jump from the plane here. And then, Whitney, she's got to continue the ruse, the thing. So then you see, her kind of buddy, getting a little close with JC. And then, Reed's looking on from the landing gear of the plane. And then JC just plants one on her. And so I don't know. I don't want to get into too much more. I'm going to just show you the stuff, the pages. So then, we continue. There's his goon getting into action. So this is an alternate version of that page that I just showed you. So some of the stuff is really loose. So sometimes I'll just put down beats. Like I think most of the stuff starts this way, where I'll just do like quick thumbnails. Like I said, I'm not really a writer. I'm just more of a storyteller. So I'll work it down. I'll work it all out in just visual form. And so I can see the beats. And so then this is 28. Let me see, it's an alternate version of 28. So you can kind of see how they progress. Actually, there's another version of this page as well. And it's not this one. There's actually another one as well. So you got to see how things evolve, you know. So this is more like the finished one here. So this is the original 28. So you can kind of see where it all started. And okay, so let's get into 29. So the robots see that Reed is still around. They just blast him. Whitney looks on to what she just did. I think these last 3 panels I really like. Reed runs over. He's getting shot by the robots. He runs over to Whitney. Kenge, who is JC's right-hand man, open fires. Whitney was kind of stunned, so she was kind of frozen. So Reed just kind of throws her over his shoulder and takes off with her, and she's just kind of shocked that she killed that guy. So yeah, this is the original layout for that page that I just showed. So you guys can really see how things are moving along. Let me show this whole page. So we got that. That's not it. So we got that, and then we got this. So basically the same beats are all there. It's just done, I think, in a clearer way and also a little bit more dynamic. So it's all work in progress, man. So then this is page 30, which is still the original layout. And I have another version of this. I just don't have it scanned. It's on my drawing board here. And then 31. So you can see work in progress. Actually, I have that second to the last panel drawn. I just haven't inked it in and scanned it and then put it, assembled it here in Photoshop. So I really dig this panel right here of the airport. I think it really sets up the next part of the story, because the next part is going to go from interior to exterior. So the airport, or the airplane hangar, has been destroyed. There's a lot of devastation in this issue. And then so I'm setting up now the new area that the story will be taking place, which is on the tarmac of this airport, this military airport. So I thought this panel came out great. You know, so then we cut back to Brooks Gray and Uncle Yi. And so then this next panel is going to be an exterior shot of the military airport, but from the other side of the fence. Like, they're on the outside. They're not on the inside of the military facility. They're on the outside. But the reason they're kind of laughing is there's going to be a big plume of smoke. There's going to be a big like fire and smoke that they can see from the other side of the fence, the perimeter fence. and they're going to be saying like, "Yep, there's Black and White again doing their shenanigans." And I thought this panel of I'm really getting the characters down now, and they're coming along easier. Like I don't have to kind of think about it as much. I can just kind of draw the characters. So this is just a little thumbnail I drew, and then I inked it up with a marker, and then scanned it and put it in here. So yeah, this is really coming along. I thought this face came out really good. I'm a firm believer in aesthetics, and I think if you have good looking characters, characters that have an aesthetic, you'll be popular in comics. And I have 40 years of proof of that. So there is an aesthetic. If you can make like attractive people, I think then you can go pretty far. Even character faces like this, I think there's a certain attractiveness to it, or an aesthetic, a pleasing aesthetic, I guess is more, what I'm saying. And so yeah, there's I believe up to page 45 of the 64 pages. So there's what is that, 45, 55, 65. So there's like another 20 pages of breakdowns. So what I'm trying to do is get the whole book in like a breakdown phase, and then what I'm going to do is go into ink mode, go into full on ink mode, and try to finish up the book that way. And I have one more thing to show you. See if I can find it. Is that it? Is that it? Yes, that is it. Yeah. But big reveal, guys. Big reveal. There's a bunch of other stuff that I really like to show you. That's just the beginning, pretty much, of the story. Like there's a 12-page sequence, I think, in between some of that stuff that I didn't show you. There's what happens on the tarmac that well into. I'm getting a little help on the tarmac scene, pencil help. So I'll be revealing that very, very soon. So the book is coming together, you guys. So like I said, there's 45 pages of breakdowns. Let me see. I think there's 15 pages that are fully penciled and inked, like finished. And then there's I think there's 8 pages that are fully colored. So I'm thinking the inks are going to come together pretty quickly, and the coloring will come together pretty quickly. So I'm not too worried about that, and the lettering. So it's mostly just getting all the storytelling down, mostly just getting the pencils done. So nowadays, yeah, attractive characters means you won't be popular with editors in the mainstream. Nowadays, for sure, yeah. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I got original art site, Art by T Bear. That link is in the description as well. Thanks, Pastmaster. Very cool. Call Me Mark. Yeah, go back. Call Me Mark's good stuff. David's Bass Reeves book. Oh, thank you. Thank you, AV8R Surge. Dude, oh, Tropical Magics, yeah. Pedro Ang. Thank you, Pastmaster. You're earning your keep this time. You're earning your wrench. We got Hyper Wizard in the chat. I know I'm going backwards. I'm going backwards, aren't I? Okay. Oh, shoot. Sorry. I was reading Randy Howell. Comic shops like Lone Star Comics uses UPS mail innovations. I get a monster box from only 18 shopping in Canada. This is not a regular UPS service. I'll let Pamela know. I'm not sure what that's about. Yeah, you're going to get to see the New World Order in Black and White Volume 2, Man versus Machine, for sure. I draw a little bit in Photoshop. I mostly draw, I augment and anything like I need like little extras, fill in places, things like that. I'll draw in digitally. Sometimes the backgrounds will be completely digital, just because sometimes it's easier. Like you can just, because like if I draw it, sometimes the vanishing point is like, like a foot or 2 feet off the page. So it becomes a little bit hard to find a vanishing point and set up your perspective lines. But with the computer, I can make the image really small, so then I can find a vanishing point off the page, and then I can do stuff, and I can set it up a lot quicker than I can, drawing it by hand. So it's really a little bit of both. It's whatever I feel, whichever tool is the fastest is what I use. So it's not always the same. So I used to be a guy that was like, do it the same every day, and then you can increase the speed. But I think that works with inking because it's kind of it's more of a performance. It's more you're in the mode. You're just kind of, basically covering lines. So you're thinking creatively, but not in the same way that you do when there's a blank page. So like writing in pencil, those are processes. So when you're writing something, you're creating something from nothing. It's a blank page. So there's a lot of like, you try something, you put it on paper, you try to get it done. You try to get it on paper as quickly as possible and try not to get too attached to it because it's going to be changed. It's an evolution. So, so you try it, you edit it, you try it again, you edit it. So there's a lot of back and forth before you get to where you want to be, because most people don't have an ultimate view or an idea of where they want to be. So it's kind of like a process to get to that destination. And to be honest, I haven't got to do this much in my career, and it's my favorite part. The storytelling aspects, the development, the character, the plot, all that stuff. It's my favorite part. The thumbnails, just thumbnailing. I can do it pretty quickly because you saw some of the really loose stuff. Like I can just block it out really quick and then see if it works. Or set it aside for a few days, come back to it, which is what I do. And that's why I laid the whole book out. The whole book is laid out. So all 64 pages of the main story are all thumbnailed. So there's a visual for every panel in the book. So right now I'm just taking the panels and I'm kind of doing like what I was showing you where they're like breakdowns. So I'm taking those, and then I'm tightening them up so the drawing's better. But also, if the storytelling wasn't working, I'll kind of take that and clarify where needed, or make more dynamic wherever is needed. And that's kind of like my final run on the visual story aspects. So then the rest is kind of just technical. It's just kind of tightening up the lines, inking the lines, and then sending it out. So I'm kind of thinking that this process is for me faster. Like everybody's different, but for me, a lot of it is just it's trial and error. It's a lot of like, try this, see how it goes, try that, see how it goes. Sit on it for a while, come back to it. That's why I like to work like right on my board right here. I have 3 pages, so I work on multiple pages at one time, and I find that easier because also every page affects the next page, and so on and so forth, because it's it's sequential storytelling. So I don't want to get too caught up in like lost in one page or another page or whatever. I saw some of that AI art If some people are posting it, it's okay. Joe says, Art, I like seeing the process. It will help when I get ready to start my high fantasy comic off of my novel. Oh, sweet. Yeah, we all need inspiration and things like that. Do races only get half the book, the white part? I guess like now, like if you're white, you are racist, right? That's what the SJWs or the left say. Yeah. So that's a good point. All right. Well, I think we're caught up. Let me show you the color page, and then we'll wrap this bad boy up. All right. So this is, I'm working with Stefani Renee now. So he's on board if you haven't heard. And he is just hitting grand slam home runs each and every time out. Look at these pages. So you got to see the layout. You got to see the inks. So here's the color work. So I'm digging this. This is really good stuff. Yeah, he's making this stuff look great. So I got to check in with him after the stream and see. He's got, I think he's got 4 pages. So I want to see how those are coming along. Yeah, I really like the way, I like his effects. I like the way he did the smoke. We were going back and forth because I wanted to make the smoke kind of fade off into the background. So one of the things we were doing, and it took a couple tries, is, let me slide this over, is you can see how the, because I kind of, you can see the ink line a little bit here, like right in here. And so I hinted at it fading out like here. And so the ink line kind of got obliterated. Sometimes that happens. But as long as the effect still is intact, so you can kind of see the smoke fading off into the sky. So there's not a line. Like when he first did the smoke, there was a line drawn. And so we were kind of playing with the idea that the smoke is dissipating. And I think when you see it all shot down, it looks great. So we did the same with every one of the panels. So like this second panel, let me zoom in on it. You can see it kind of fade out over here, the fire. And one of the things he didn't have, like, it wasn't hot, like the smoke wasn't angry looking. It was all kind of browns and stuff. And so one of the things is I wanted to make it look like you know, like sometimes the smoke will glow with the fire underneath it. So I wanted to kind of give that like glow, like where it's lower to the ground, and then it gets darker as it goes up. And you can really see it here. And what that did is when I brought that up to Stefani, it popped these figures and the background elements. I mean, it really did. So, yeah, I think it came out fantastic. And I like the way he does the smoke effects. It really veers from the way I penciled and inked it. But I like it. So some of the stuff is, it's just, you know, you add a little, the colors adds a little, you know, like whoever you're working with kind of adds stuff to it, and you got to be open to it. And I try, because, you know, I mean, you spend so much time on this, you want to make sure every one of your lines is represented and you can see it. But if you pull back from it and you see that it's plus, you know what I mean? Like it's better than what you had originally done. That's when, you know, the magic happens. That's when the good stuff happens. And so that's what is going on here. And so one of the things too, I kind of set some parameters with Stefani. He was doing some things that they were good, but just things that I didn't want in the book. So we would go back and forth. And I think at this point, he kind of knows what I'm looking for. So we should be able to move faster, less back and forth, less notes and stuff like that. So really good stuff. Yeah. He's a really brilliant talent. So I'm real lucky to have him working with me on this. So we're back, and let's see. Let's give this this campaign one more look over. So this is this is Black and White Man versus Machine Volume 2. It's heating up. It's heating up, man. We're still getting a lot of traction. You guys are still interested in the new tiers that we've been putting up, things like that. So I'm very, very happy with all the support. Thank you guys so very much. If I could get a tweet out, if you could tweet out this this live stream, give it a thumbs up, hit the bell for notifications, all that other good stuff. It does help. And I do appreciate that. You're my advertising, you're my, I don't have a budget, so I create YouTube content. I draw, I write, I create for you guys. So, and you guys have been supporting it. So I'm very, very, very happy with this. This is a dream come true. I've always wanted to be in this more creator-owned arena, and now I'm fully here, man. I mean, the books sell good enough that I can sustain an existence, and I can stay here, creating properties and things for you guys. So that's good stuff. Let me hit this refresh. I gotta also see if that, there's the Keshi figure. So we have 20 more, and I got to plug in that visual image. Pamela doesn't know how to do that, so I'm going to plug in that image later. And so there's 20 more at that $15, and these are the black and white Keshi figures. So that's that. Let's go back and wrap this bad boy up. So thanks, guys. I do appreciate it. Yes, back man versus machine, mutants versus machine here. Definitely. And the link is in the description. My art site, Art by T Bear, is in the description as well. Thanks, you guys, for hanging out. Thanks for the super sticker. I do appreciate it. And thanks so much for backing everything that I've done, Chrono Mechanics, Black and White. You guys are the best. I do appreciate it. And have a fantastic Friday evening. Go out, do something, and have a wonderful weekend. And I'll see you Monday on Ethan Van Sciver's channel, The King's Show, as I say. I'll refresh. What? Or I should refresh. Oh, refresh your the mutants. Yeah, it's man versus machine. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome, Dan. I appreciate it. So you guys take care, and I'll see you Monday.